Hello and welcome to the XTS operational video. I'm Jotham Hatch and I'm excited to walk you through the key features and benefits of your new XTS machine. I'm eager to show you how CemDry continues to lead the industry with innovative hot carbonating extraction equipment. In this video, we'll cover each component of the XTS powerhead, the XTS truck base, and the XTS satellite. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the setup and teardown process, the operational procedures, equipment maintenance processes to keep your equipment lasting for years, and other helpful tips to make jobs run smooth and keep your day-to-day production high. As with all CemDry equipment, take the time to read the owner's manual and feel free to call us with any questions. The XTS stands for Crossover Truck Mount System and is part of our world-famous hot carbonating extraction equipment lineup that CemDry is so famous for. The XTS has earned the Carpet and Rug Institute's highest rating, the Platinum Seal of Approval, and scored exceptionally well in the dry time and soil removal categories. Years of research from the greatest minds in engineering and in chemistry have gone into developing the unique features of the XTS. We've taken the best benefits from the portable systems and combined them with the best benefits of the CTS truck mount machines to give you a system that delivers truck mount-like cleaning results while still maintaining the versatility and simplicity of a portable. There are three major components that make up the XTS. The XTS powerhead, which sprays down solution, agitates, and extracts the wastewater back from the carpet. The XTS truck base, and the XTS satellite, which store cleaning solution, heat the cleaning solution, and then collect the wastewater once it's extracted from the carpet. With the XTS, you have the option of connecting the XTS powerhead to either the truck base or the satellite, depending on your needs. Later in this video, I'll explain each of these components in greater detail. But first, let's start with the XTS powerhead. At the heart of the XTS is the XTS powerhead. Like the existing powerhead, it uses amplified extraction technology to ensure deep carpet penetration and maximum extraction capacity to create cleaner carpets with super fast dry times. As you probably know from the current powerhead, the cleaning skids are designed to maximize both fluid channeling and air vacuum lift. Amplified extraction gives you the best carpet penetration and extraction power available in the industry. Amplified extraction technology is proprietary to Harris Research and can really set you apart in the industry. The bottom of the XTS powerhead has a very similar design to the regular powerhead, but looks much different on the top. Under the green box sits a vacuum and a powerful little pump inside a small temporary recovery tank. By placing the vacuum right next to the carpet instead of way out in the truck or at the other end of a long winding extraction hose, you are able to extract much more efficiently and get extraction power and dry times similar to the CTS 330. Wastewater is pulled straight up from the carpet into this small holding tank, and after it reaches a depth of just over an inch, it's pumped back to a larger recovery tank in your van or in the XTS satellite. Placing the vacuum right next to the carpet is one of the key revolutionary features of the XTS powerhead. Notice there are two 110-volt power cords on the handle, one to power the cleaning head motor and the other to power the pump and vacuum motor. When working in the United States, these power cords should be plugged into two separate circuits, and this green indicator light will shine when the proper power configuration is achieved. This switch turns on the small pump in the recovery tank, and this switch turns on the vacuum. The solution line connects to the male quick connect along the handle. Pull back the collar and push it in until you have a tight connection. Instead of a large vacuum hose, the XTS has a 5/8 inch waistline that connects just below in the same way. The handle along the side allows you to adjust the overall height so you can stand up straight with your arms slightly bent while operating the equipment. The hose in the back is used for spot vacuuming, and there is an extension tube along the side that can be easily attached as needed. At the back of the clear vacuum lid on the recovery tank, you'll notice a vacuum port for attaching a vacuum hose for accessory items such as a floor wand, stair tools, or upholstery tools. This other hose in the back is for draining out the recovery tank at the end of the day. When you first get your XTS powerhead, you'll need to remove the solid plug in the gear case and replace it with a vented plug. The solid plug is used to prevent oil from leaking during shipment. To install the vented plug, you'll need to remove the recovery tank, which is easily done by disconnecting the latches on either side of the tank, disconnecting the power cord, closing the ball valves and disconnecting the quick connect on the waste line. Once the waste tank is removed, unscrew the solid plug and replace it with the vented plug that's included in the shipment. The XTS powerhead will also come with a 2-inch cap on the vacuum inlet. Be sure to remove the cap before cleaning carpet. Keep the cap, as it will be necessary when using any attachments with the XTS powerhead. You'll also receive a felt gasket with your shipment. Place the felt gasket in regular 30-weight motor oil overnight to allow it to soak up the oil. The lubricated gasket allows the cleaning head to spin against the bottom of the bell housing while still maintaining suction. The felt gasket should be removed at the end of every day and allowed to soak in 30-weight motor oil overnight to prepare it for the next day. To operate the XTS powerhead, make sure the felt gasket is in place and that it is well lubricated. The cleaning head is reverse threaded and screws on counterclockwise. When connecting the cleaning head, be sure not to cross-thread the shaft or it will cause damage to the equipment. Connect the 2 power cords into 2 separate circuits and check that the separate circuit indicator light is illuminated. Then connect the solution line and waste line and double check that the waste tank's electrical plug is connected and that the waste line valves are in the open position. Turn on both the pump switch and the vacuum switch and adjust the handle so that you can stand up straight with your arms slightly bent. To start the machine, pull in the right-hand lever, which controls the motor for the cleaning head, and simultaneously press the safety switch on the top of the handle with your thumb. Once the head begins to spin, release the safety switch. Immediately depress the left-hand lever, which controls the solution flow. Avoid running the equipment over dry carpet, as damage may occur. To maneuver the XTS powerhead, gently lift up on the handle to move to the right, and slightly lower the handle to move to the left. You'll notice it is very responsive and well balanced. It will feel much lighter in your hands than the regular powerhead. To maximize the cleaning efficiency, spray solution continuously as you go back and forth over the carpet, overlapping each pass by just over 50%. Then go back over the same area with just dry extraction. You should go over each area twice, once with solution and once with just dry extraction. When possible, try to do the dry pass at a 90-degree angle from the wet pass. When cleaning upholstery, stairs, or using the floor wand, first purge the waste tank by depressing in the manual override button on the top of the recovery tank. Remove the clear vacuum lid and cap the vacuum inlet tube with the 2-inch cap. Replace the lid and attach the vacuum hose to the vacuum inlet on the back side of the clear vacuum lid and the other end to the accessory tool along with the solution line. As a side note, avoid prolonged dry extraction with the accessory tools, as the vacuum is designed to vent through the bottom of the XTS powerhead bell housing, and when the extraction hose is dry, it could create a cloud of dust in the room. Let me also highlight a few operational tips. Anytime you need to tilt the powerhead back to maneuver it to a different location, press the manual override switch on the recovery tank to purge the tank of any waste. Doing this will help prevent wastewater from collecting in the spotting hose and also keep the vacuum from stalling. If the vacuum shutoff float ball does rise prematurely, simply remove the waste pump lid and dislodge the float ball from the cage. You'll notice that the XTS powerhead is 4 inches taller than the regular powerhead. It's still low enough to go under most desks and tables, but it may be a bit harder to see how close you're getting to items along the front of the machine. With a little time, you'll get used to the difference. But if you find it a challenge, work to clean along the side of the machine rather than clean edges with the front of the machine. The XTS powerhead weighs 28 pounds more than the regular powerhead. If the additional weight is ever a concern, Remove the top and carry it in separately to make it practically the same weight as the regular power head. Because of the added weight, cleaning delicate fibers or cleaning directly over loose seams is not recommended. We've also included an adjustable handle that you can attach to the power head to help make transporting the equipment quick and easy. The second component of the XTS is the XTS truck base. It comes with two 25-gallon solution tanks, one 50-gallon recovery tank, a heat exchanger, a control box, and 150 feet of solution and waste line. The truck base is typically installed at a partner installation location. If you have questions about installation, please call Harris Research, the assigned installer directly, or you can always reference the installation instruction manual. The two 25-gallon poly solution tanks allow you to have enough mixed solution to last through a typical day of work. Normally, you'll put cleaning solution mixed with protectant into one tank and cleaning solution without protectant into the other. As a side note, make sure to completely dissolve any solutions by stirring for at least 60 seconds. The 50-gallon recovery tank is self-draining and is large enough to get you through the entire day without dumping. The heat exchanger is what heats the cleaning solution. It's connected to the van coolant system. While the van engine is running, hot coolant fills this cylinder and allows the solution to reach and maintain consistent heat levels equal to the CTS 330. The cleaning solution is pumped from the solution tank through the bath of hot engine coolant in the heat exchanger and then out to the XTS power head. As mentioned earlier, the XTS comes with 150 feet of solution and waste hoses. If you choose, you can add additional hose lengths to reach a maximum length of 400 feet away from the van without lowering the cleaning performance. The hose reel is an optional accessory and comes with a foot pedal to automatically wind the hoses. Now let's go through the details of the control panel. The main power switch on the right-hand side controls the power supply to all the other components, including the automatic hose reel. That's right, the foot pedal will not work unless the main power switch is turned on. The next switch is the solution pump switch. This turns on the pump that pushes solution out to the XTS power head. Next is the heat exchanger pump switch. It turns on a pump that circulates the engine coolant from the vehicle to the heat exchanger. Next are two valves. Open the heat exchanger circulation valve to allow engine coolant to pass between the heat exchanger and the van engine. The other valve is the waste-in valve. By opening the waste-in valve, you allow waste to enter into the recovery tank. You should also notice that there is an engine over temperature warning light located on the control panel. This light will illuminate as a safety feature anytime the engine coolant reaches 225 degrees Fahrenheit. When this light comes on, it also automatically shuts down the solution pump. If this happens, check the engine coolant system of the vehicle. Another unique advantage of the XTS is a solution recirculation feature. In short, the XTS can heat the cleaning solution as you drive from job to job. This is done by connecting a small hose from the solution outlet on the bottom of the control panel to the solution tank preheat return connector at the top of the tank. This design sends solution to the heat exchanger and then dumps it back into the tank. When using the recirculation feature, be sure that the recirculation hose and the solution out hose are connected to the same tank. Otherwise, you'll send solution from one tank to the other and overflow cleaning solution all over the floor of the vehicle. Preheating the solution up to 130 to 140 degrees as you drive from job to job is a tremendous advantage of the XTS. The XTS system, fully loaded with solution, weighs less than 1,000 pounds. The system is extremely simple to operate and takes up a much smaller footprint in the van than a CTS. This advantage makes it possible to use a much more fuel-efficient vehicle, lowering operating costs in the long run. When you first get the equipment, or any time after freeze protecting, you'll need to prime the pump. To do this, make sure you have solution in the tank and attach the recirculation hose to the solution outfitting on the control panel, and the other end to the top of the same tank. Then, temporarily remove the inline filter from the hose going to the solution out connector and remove the inline filter. The inline filter has a regulating orifice in it that may prevent the pump from fully priming when left in place. Turn on the main power on the control panel and turn on the solution pump switches for about 30 seconds. Once you have consistent flow, turn off the pump and replace the inline filter. In cold weather climates, avoid letting the equipment freeze. To do this, you can either park the equipment in a heated garage, use a small space heater to keep the temperatures above freezing, or you can purge all the lines of any solution. To operate the XTS truck base, park the van in a well-ventilated area and well away from any entrance, as carbon monoxide poisoning is a risk anytime you have an idling vehicle. Put the emergency brake on, but keep the van engine idling as the engine coolant is used to heat the solution. Connect the solution line and the waste line to the outlets on the control panel, and connect the other ends to the XTS power head. Turn on all the switches on the control panel and open all the valves. You're now ready to clean. The XTS satellite is very similar in looks and size and functionality to a PowerBase 10. The XTS satellite, along with the XTS power head, also gives you truck mount-like extraction, however with the simplicity and versatility of a portable. The XTS satellite is best for buildings where the doors need to remain shut, or where you're unable to reach areas with a truck-mounted piece of equipment. The XTS satellite unit has an 11-gallon solution tank located in the front and an 11-gallon recovery tank located near the back. It's equipped with an electric heater that has dual heating elements to keep solution temperatures at least 30 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than the PowerBase. The waste line connects to the fitting on the top of the recovery tank, and the solution line fits on the lower part of the machine. On the back side, you'll notice two power cords that need to be plugged into two separate circuits. A green indicator light on the control panel will illuminate when you've achieved proper power configuration. Also, along the control panel are three switches: a pump switch that turns on the pump to deliver solution to the XTS power head, and two heater switches, one for each of the heating elements. To reach maximum temperatures, plug both power cords in at the same time. Or if power is a concern, you can plug in the cord on the left-hand side and still reach temperatures similar to what's currently achievable with the PowerBase units. To operate the XTS satellite, fill the solution tank with as much solution as you think you'll need for the job, but no more than 11 gallons at a time. If you have the XTS truck base, you can use the filling hose to get hot solution from the XTS truck base. Otherwise, fill the tanks as you would with the PowerBase. Plug in the power cords and check for the green light. Then connect the solution line and the waste lines to the XTS satellite and to the XTS power head. Turn on the switches and you're ready to clean. At the end of the job, use the manual pump override to pump any remaining wastewater out of the XTS power head recovery tank. Turn off the vacuum and the solution pump switches. Close the ball valve on the waste line, remove the hoses and electrical cords, and return them to the vehicle. When working with the XTS truck base, close both valves and turn off the solution pump switch and the heat exchanger switch. Leave the main power switch on, as you'll need it to power the automatic hose reel. Disconnect the solution line, the waste line, and wind up the hoses. Remove the cleaning head from the bottom of the XTS power head, as transporting or storing the equipment with the cleaning head attached can cause damage to the equipment. Wipe off any drips and clean off the cleaning head and the underside of the XTS power head before going to the next job. When working with the XTS satellite, make sure to empty any remaining solution. Then turn off the pump switch and the two heater switches. Unplug the electrical cords and wind them up. Disconnect the solution line, waste line, and extension cords from the XTS power head, and wind them up towards the XTS satellite. This will drain the waste line towards the satellite recovery tank. Disconnect the waste line and the solution line and carry them back to the van. Empty the recovery tank into a bucket and always dispose of the wastewater through a water-treated sewer line. Load the equipment into the van and secure all equipment while transporting it from job to job. When working with the truck base, at the end of the day, empty any wastewater into a water-treated sewer line and rinse out the recovery tank with fresh water. Clean and inspect the inline filter. The XTS truck base also comes with a clean-out fitting for the waste line. Rinse the waste line by connecting the clean-out fitting to the end of the solution line and a water hose. Then flush clear water through the line to keep it clean and smelling nice. When rinsing the waste line, be sure to place the other end of the hose in a drain to avoid spilling water all over the van. Refill the solution tanks and restock any products in preparation for the next day. Now for the power head. Remove the metal filter inside the recovery tank and rinse it clean. Remove the recovery tank and rinse it clean. Pull out the pump, clean it, and check that the vent hole along the pipe is clear of debris. It's a good idea to occasionally spray some disinfectant into the recovery tank to keep it smelling fresh and clean. It's a good idea to leave the waste tank lid off overnight to allow the tank to air dry. Take the time to thoroughly inspect and clean the cleaning head. Place it under water and rinse it free from any debris. Use a small pick to clear any of the extraction holes in the skids. Inspect the T-jets to make sure they are clean and free of debris, and position to spray just in front of the cleaning skid bar. Remove the felt O-ring and allow it to soak in 30-weight motor oil overnight in preparation for the next day. Occasionally, you'll want to clear the weep hole in the spotting hose mount. This hole allows any solution that might get trapped in the hose to drain back into the recovery tank. Taking a few minutes each day for routine maintenance can really make a difference in the longevity of any equipment. Keeping the equipment clean and by performing daily inspections will keep your jobs running smoothly and help catch any potential problems before they have a chance to shut you down. The crossover truck mount system incorporates the latest in CemDry's hot carbonating extraction lineup. Its patented design offers truck mount-like performance while maintaining the versatility and simplicity of a portable. It will provide you with years of reliable service while giving your customers the best possible carpet cleaning available. If for any reason you have problems with your CemDry XTS, please refer to the owner's manual or call the CemDry training department. We're excited about cleaning carpets with this great equipment and congratulate you on your purchase.